Hi, I'm David Garza, and I'm checking out the Taylor 914CE Blackwood Guitar Center exclusive guitar and matching Circa 74 amp. I've been playing guitar since 1984, which is a long time. The thing about instruments is that they have a way of finding you. In the 90s, I started seeing people playing Taylors, and it was always the people that knew how to play. So it took me a while to feel like I could get my own Taylor. I've been working on my tone my whole life, but I've been also working on the tone of my music probably even longer than I've been playing guitar. Your whole life leads you up to a certain point, and it's led me here. I just can't believe that this combination exists right now, and it's here. 50 years of Taylor, 60 years of Guitar Center. I feel like I'm about halfway there. For every guitar, the wood is the life and the blood of the guitar, and the wood of this guitar is wood that was slated to be just thrown away, landfill, and it was reclaimed and reused and put in beautiful breath and life in these guitars.
Urban wood, it just turned out that we live in the right place, and there's another business who's a huge arborist, West Coast Arborist, that was already hoping to do something like that. Those trees get replanted, but gosh, they're in an urban setting. They have to come out. We only work on the trees that have to come out for some kind of reason.
It reminds me a lot of how in my music that I have ideas or songs that I think are headed to the landfill, and I just somehow wake up and I go, you know what, maybe I can try to reclaim that. And the idea of sustainability with a guitar is also in my mind a lot with the process of music. For your music to be sustainability means it gives life instead of pulling it away.
So this is the Taylor log deck right here. All this stuff is destined for guitars. Blackwood acacia is really special. It doesn't look like much, but oh my gosh, on the inside, oh baby. Lots of undulation, right? Which makes it hard. Right in there, that's gonna equate to figure inside the logs. If you can spot that, you can put that log to its greatest use.
We're kind of going back to the roots of instrument making where we're using things that are right in our backyard. Literally, you could walk from a guitar center to a Blackwood tree. And that's one of the coolest things about this project. We're connecting our wood and our communities to guitars that you could go and play at the Guitar Center and love it. They look beautiful and they sound beautiful.
With the 914CE Blackwood, you have the back and sides are urban Blackwood and the top is red cedar, which is a really beautiful combination. I was surprised at how much brightness there is. Of course, Taylors to me are known for the funky low end, which I've always loved and which most of my favorite folk guitar players have that low end. But for something to sing and have that top end and the low presence is a real gem of a guitar. The Venetian cutaway of this guitar really kind of brings out the top, which is playing the lows, and I went up to the high, and the high B of that E string, just at the top, it was so beautifully in tune and it sparkled so much, it just brought to life a whole new way of thinking about compositions. It just gives you a whole new real estate and more acreage for your land to just keep growing and for your songs to keep moving higher. Usually when I play guitars, I always just kind of do the kind of bump and grind stuff, you know, kind of the down home stuff. And that, of course, can work with this guitar, but it also brought out this kind of higher class of thinking. It was just a little bit more of a smooth ride. It brought out different tonalities, 9s and 13s that I don't usually employ, major 7s, and different substitutions of guitar's capabilities. I don't usually do that. I do that more on piano because most guitars, the intonation isn't there. With this guitar, I knew that I definitely had the intonation and the sparkle of just that beautiful Venetian cutaway to work with. When I first turned on this amp, I was really surprised at the range of it. I really haven't come across an acoustic amp that really has just the breadth and the range. It almost matches the guitar, how I was thinking, the low lows to the high highs. You really can't get that in an acoustic amp. There's so many weird factors that go into it. I was really just blown away by just the sonic hugeness and the delicacy that this amp can give you. It's a beautiful, beautiful amp and guitar combination. This is truly a California dream. The CA, of course, in Circa is for California. Taylor is a California treasure, as is Guitar Center. The fact that they're using these reclaimed and saved trees as the life and blood and the wood of this beautiful combination is really inspiring, and it just fills my heart just to know that trees were saved to make these beautiful sounds. The way this guitar inspired me when I first picked it up was it made me want to grab a pick. I'm always finger styling, and I think I've learned that kind of style through the years because picks always seem a little bright to me. But when I heard the top end of this, it was so pleasing. I was like, wow, do I have a pick to play with? So that was new for me. I know it seems crazy just to think, oh, what a silly thing to play with a pick. But it is such a huge difference between your fingers, your flesh, and a pick. It brought out such a beautiful, beautiful top end while retaining the low end. My songs all come from my fingers. My heart gets in the way of my fingers a lot. My brain gets in the way of my heart. It's these three things that are always fighting. And when you have the right guitar and the right amp, everything just starts to come out, and I can't wait to maybe write some new songs with these amazing pals by my side. The only thing that's cooler than the look of this combination is the sound. I just was blown away by the vibe of it. You walk into it and you look at it and you just go, this is like a 1-2 punch. You just can't, it's like the moon and the sun. It makes a beautiful, perfect day for music. If you want to know more about the Taylor 914CE Blackwood Guitar Center exclusive guitar and matching Circa 74 amp, go to guitarcenter.com. Contact one of their expert gear advisors or check it out yourself at your local GC.